Everybody, this is Denny.
And this is James from TeaDB, bringing you episode number 242.
Yes, sir. What do we have today?
Yeah, so we got some tea from Darius. So thank you again, Darius. This is some boutique raw pu'erh from 2007, stored in Taiwan. It's the Xizi Hao Zhenpin. So he was nice enough to send me a couple of these teas. We brought one on a couple episodes
Yeah,
ago.
and we hear Xizi Hao, what the hell? Often. What does that mean for the viewers, James?
Yeah, so it's basically a boutique Taiwanese brand. They're pretty fancy pants stuff. They have nice looking wrappers and stuff like that.
Right.
They have been popular in the West for a bit because one of the early vendors of selling pu'erh, Hoda, sold a bunch of their tea.
Right. So for folks who are really new to this stuff, there are lots of layers of participation to get tea over to us hanging out and talking about it on the show. And there's the farmers, there are the producers, there are the exporters, there are the vendors, and so we'll often be in touch with just the vendors, hooking us up with some cool stuff, or small collectors, people wanting to bring stuff onto the show. But we'll be talking about the sort of farm or mountain or brand, and sort of the lower, farther down the production chain. Smells real earthy. Holy hell. Smells like dirt. Good old dirt. Drink some.
Really high quality dirt.
Yeah, seriously. A little chip in your
Only partially kidding.
teacup there.
Yep.
The spout of it.
Yep.
Alas.
I wanted to make my teapot more legit. So
Yeah. It's an analogy
start
for
smacking
the
it around.
impermanence of life.
Exactly. That's how I thought about it when I
Every
dropped it.
teacup is different. No river is the same.
There you go. Some poetry here from Mr. Denny over here.
Old-timer philosophers, I take no credit. Heraclitus, I believe. Ooh, yes. Yeah, this is interesting. There's a very strong aroma going on. This is one of those teas that seems like I'm gonna guess is gonna go for a long time.
That's what I would guess too. And it's been a while since I had this tea. I've had it only one other time, so I actually don't have a great memory of it. Yeah.
It's got a really golden, honey orange.
Yep. So firmly in that sort of like semi-aged. It's not like burn up red or anything, but it's definitely
moving from yellow to darker color.
Yep.
Well, let's do it. Hot. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my god, it's super sweet. What? Wow. This is amazing. There's a lot going on here. It's like really sweet out of the gate, super earthy, little leather.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say the leather.
It's got that sort of medicinal vibe. I think the sweetness is what's so surprising to me. I don't usually associate these flavors with that sort of such a strong sweetness. I wonder if that'll die off as this ages, actually.
I don't know. I mean, it could just obviously some of those highest notes are aged off, like those really floral young notes. Yeah. So it might just become earthier, and that sweetness will sort of take on that vein.
Really good. I'm excited or interested in seeing how that sort of saccharine front of sweetness is going to change throughout the steepings here. Getting a really strong cooling in the mouth, mentholy, that sort of medicinal thing. Yeah. Yum.
And some of these teas we would expect it to get a little bit stronger as it opens up.
Yeah.
Getting the poo burps here.
Excuse me. I would expect this to get much stronger and much not maybe not less sweet, but just have the strength of those other flavors really kind of surpass the sweetness.
This tea for you firmly fits into sort of that semi-aged raw pu'erh category.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it smells, and the aroma is stronger. It makes it smell older than it tastes. It tastes a little bit younger to me. This is a weird one. It's like it tastes old and young at the same time. I think again, it's just that saccharine sweetness that I'm not used to seeing in these sorts of teas.
Right. Getting some more stone fruity notes off of that aroma right there. Maybe a little bit tropical fruits too. Got poo burps all around here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So dude, it's never rude to
it's true.
Enjoy your tea.
Almost a little creamy in this infusion.
I can kind of see the floral.
Yeah.
It's still really, really sweet. It's not light at all, right? But it has that.
It's thick.
Yeah, it has that. I don't know, something with high notes.
Sort of sits towards like the back of the palate and back of the mouth.
Ooh, gosh, this is strong. Do you think this isn't past the mom test? This is an interesting tea.
I know. It doesn't fail the mom test in the way that normal pu'erh would, right? Where it's like just too rough, or too bitter or anything like that. But
really
like,
rich.
Yeah, it's very rich. So I don't know. I don't know if a mom would be down to drink 15 infusions of this, but like, a cup or two, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really unique. I think it's a challenging tea. And we're only on the second steeping here. I'm sure it's going to be pretty dynamic too. This is kind of one of those teas that'll last for a long time.
Yeah.
So probably a good value. How much would this cost someone?
Oh, geez. I actually don't. I'm not really sure. I think it'd be almost certainly. Jeez, I would guess for a 357 gram Bing something like $150 to $200.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and I might be wrong. It might. You like with these things, you're never sure. It could be twice that.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty yummy. So I don't know.
Yeah.
For folks out there who want to pick something up that's kind of different, this is good. It has those sort of young, sweet, raw flavors still, even though it's aged. But then it has a lot of those older medicinal, mentholy sort of aged flavors.
Yeah. Would you say you've enjoyed how this tea has
aged? Oh, super
aged?
good.
Yeah.
I would really like it. Yeah. I'm like intensely describing it. I think it's really lovely.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Oh man, even now it's more medicinal and
sort of in that darker fruit category.
Yeah.
It's like soft but still active.
Yeah.
I'm also I don't know if Denny is yet, but I'm feeling some like the energy maybe in my upper chest area.
This is really good. Gosh. A little bit of not astringency, a little bit of a mouth pucker. I'm drinking a lot of tea though. So that's going to happen. This is a really well balanced tea. There's a lot of liveliness in this cup. There's a lot of high notes still. I think we're finding this tea at a really, really great time to be drinking it in its life cycle. In its life circle of life. I'm waiting for us to reach a point of celebrity where we just have like the most terrible parts of our shows, just in one big long reel.
Yeah.
We'll get there, dude.
Or we just have a choir. You'd start singing that and just snap my fingers and it chimes in. Stevie, edit that. Yeah.
Oh,
Give us the Lion King choir.
It's been too long, Stevie. It's been too long. All right. Well, what steeping is this? 5th, 4th?
Yeah.
Something like
Something. It's 4th or 4th, maybe. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Still getting stronger, I'd say. Like, probably the most of that sort of, like, astringent sensation in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a peatiness, like a little bit of a bitter peatiness going on now. It's bringing some of that really, like, smoky earthiness into this cup in a subtle way. Kind of, like, minerally, and then not as sweet. Definitely stronger, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of that peatiness vibe going on. Just like a little bit of a hint of sort of like a Scotch whiskey kind of thing. Yeah, this tea has evolved a lot. It'd be interesting. I think this is one of those teas that we cannot do justice to on the show because I think the steepings 12 through 14 are going to be interesting and different.
Yeah.
And but overall, really yummy.
Yeah.
Would this pass the mom test? Maybe the first couple of steepings would.
Right. Yeah. Maybe. I'd say it's well above average for a raw pour, certainly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now it's getting into sort of those like meatier, earthier, intense, energizing, but bitter profile. And we're not going to be able to drink all the way through it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But let's keep going. This is number 5, 6, something like that.
Yeah.
Cheers. I don't know. It's back to sweetness again. I give up.
Yep.
This is super good. This is sweet again. I don't have any idea how to really describe this.
Yeah, it's sort of like that Chinese medicine shop crossed with, and like maybe menthol. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then crossed with like that sweetness.
Yeah.
Very tasty.
Yeah, that Chinese medicine shop flavor. It's so true though. It's like, I don't know what. There's something in those like cough syrups.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Like that like that kind of cough syrup, like cherry cough syrup medicine flavor.
And for like 2/3 of the audience, especially those that haven't had it, this sounds like disgusting. They're like, this cake costs $200 and it tastes like fucking cough syrup.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
but it's good. It's like that's the best way to get at what we're trying to describe. But it's a nice version of that. It's not, it's not.
It's sort of like thick and stays in your mouth in like the same sort of way that those things do. But I don't know. It's much more pleasant than those things too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, really interesting. This is one of the coolest parts about tea is really you can be reminded of so much in these different teas that you get to taste. And for you folks out there who are not drinking lots of different teas, hey,
give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. Make good financial decisions, but
yeah,
don't waste all your money on tea. Just as much as you can lose. It has a very typical aged Pu'erh flavor smell now.
Getting a bit simpler. Yeah. How dynamic would you say this tea is?
I think it's pretty. I don't know. Well, So when I talk about how it's dynamic, I usually talk about how it's moving through steepings as opposed to having a lot going on. I feel like this does have a lot going on. I'm not sure how much of it is moving through the steepings per se. Well, that's not true. I think it's pretty dynamic. There's been, let me put it this way. It's not like we're drinking a completely different tea now than when we were started.
Yeah.
We've started. But there's a lot going on in this tea period. And then within that, buzzing confusion, there's some really interesting movement. Yeah, for sure. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think there are definitely some teas from this brand that like change dramatically steep to steep, more so than this one. But it's not like we've had the same infusion 6 times over for sure. It has a lot of those same characteristics. Just some things move up, some things move down.
Yeah, surprisingly sweet, pretty damn delicious, and hopefully good value. Don't really know suggestions on how to get this stuff.
Yeah, it's available in Taiwan, so you can see it pop up now and then in that sort of market if you are interested in it. And it's called the Zhenpin from 2007 from Xizi Hao. So. And
if you folks out there, and post in the comments, if you can get access to this tea, post in the comments and just say that. Because it's like, I know YouTube is like a thing most people just kind of consume, but you can really actually connect with people and like get in touch with them and figure out how to get this tea through the YouTube comments. So you should freaking do it. So
Yeah.
if you want to, but this was definitely like one of the more interesting teas that we've had, I'd say, recently on the show. It recently being today. We're filming it. Definitely interesting. Check it out. James, if folks want to learn more about weird, crazy raw pu'erh teas that have been aged.
Yeah. Go check us out at TeaDB.org. Hit that subscribe button down below. We are releasing videos. We tried to mix it up. We do a lot of raw pu'erh, as people have noted, but we also tried to have other things like the Wooey tea from last time. Big thank you to Darius, aka Shah, for doing this. He writes sort of like reviews in a forum called Badger and Blade, so you can go check those out too. He's very prolific, so thank you again to him. And we will see you guys next time.
Cheers.